most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin a.k.a. MMAnomaly, Emiliano a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano, and Alex Pip a.k.a. Pip's Piano Tips.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show, No Filter. I'm your host, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and with me, as usual, are the co-hosts with the most. My guys, Jive Turkey Nano and Alex Pip, a.k.a. Pip's Piano Tips. Look, folks, there are times where we come in and we're like, hey, we know it's not the most stacked card. The prelims are going to be rough. Early prelims, don't even get me started about it. This is not one of those fucking times. I feel like they have very, very evenly distributed the wealth across the entirety of the card, the duration of the card, if you will, boys. So before we jump into this absolutely stacked card, even with the cancellations, Pip, how the fuck are you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing good, living the dream, been working like a dog, but you know what we're saying? We're at hump day, as you were saying before, and the weekend's getting close, and we got a banger card to talk about it, so I'm looking forward to it. How you doing, Nano?
Let's go. Great to see you both, and great to hear that y'all are doing great. I am doing fantastic as well. We got a beautiful day, another day in paradise, as we like to say, and we got the chat buzzing already as well. Shout out Juice, man. Lego is absolutely right. Lego for this UFC numbered event, 327, baby. Can't wait to dive on in with you boys. MMAnomaly, seems like you're doing good as always too, brother. Can't wait. Let's go.
You said let's go for this event. I mean, felt like a low-hanging fruit for let's go for that. You know what I'm saying, brother? But either way, we've, as you said, guys, we've made it through half the week. So at the very least, I think we deserve a little bit of a
congratulations.
So give yourself a little pat on the back, boys. We're making it. We're chugging along. Chugging along. So speaking of which, let's chug along into this fucking fight card, boys, because it is stacked and we have a lot to discuss, in my humble opinion. Starting off in the main event of the evening, we have a light heavyweight bout between Jiri Prochazka, the last fucking samurai, coming in against Carlos Black Jag Ulberg, the man you don't want to leave your wife alone in a room with, unattended. Look, I think this is going to be a fantastic fucking fight. I absolutely cannot fucking wait for it. I just... Who wants to take this one first? Because I have thoughts.
Pip, I feel like you usually set the tone well, brother. Give us your thoughts.
Let's go, brother. Let's go.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the main event, we've got, like you said, we've got a samurai kind of versus more of a sniper. They're going for that light heavyweight strap, the vacant light heavyweight strap, and it's a striker's delight, honestly. Let me see it. I'm hoping to bring it up quite a few times. I feel somewhat prepared, hopefully. But I mean, we all know and love Jiri. I mean, the stare-offs at the beginning of the fight, it's the calm before the storm. Jiri's a hard guy to prepare for, just very unorthodox, a lot of chaos with high volume behind it. He fights more instinctively than anything, and that makes him so hard to read. He's loose kickboxing, hands down, the setups aren't all telegraphed. Unless you're Alex Pereira, I mean, he hasn't been outmatched yet. He creates weird angles, throws spinning elbows, flying knees, constantly switches stances. You don't know what's coming at you. And he can break his opponents down as well. I mean, we saw a great fight between him and Khalil in his last outing. He was making investments with sneaky teep kicks to the body, using big feints to make Roundtree, fuck it, however you say it, react and miss big. He wore him down and landed just a devastating hook and put the lights out. Now, Ulberg, I mean, he's a very patient striker. He's very technical. And like many of these city kickboxing guys, the feints are very heavy. They froze Dominick Reyes in his last fight. He's got a lot of power, especially in the jab. Decent footwork as well. He's not flashy, but I almost feel like it's just more effective. He's just more minimal movements. He doesn't waste too much energy doing it. He cuts angles quite well. And he does have the ability to finish the fight. I mean, legitimate one-shot power. And he stays composed if he ends up on the wrong side of a shot. I also think he's got good fight IQ. Doesn't need to rush unless he smells blood in the water, and he can capitalize on mistakes well. With that, I feel like Jiri can make some mistakes. And technically, I think Ulberg is the better striker here. And I'm leaning with my heart. I'm picking the underdog here. He's got good low kicks, which Jiri can struggle with. Jiri walks forward with his hands down, kind of has that eat one to give one style. And I think Ulberg can punish that with slick counters, good leg kicks, and eventually just slow the charge of Jiri. Ulberg also does a good job at dealing with aggressive fighters. I mean, good composure. He keeps the technique. If Jiri blitzes in too strong with no defense, Ulberg can catch him with a straight hand right down the middle. The only concern that I have is the cardio. Does it hold up against a guy like Jiri? Jiri's going to keep the pressure. He's going to throw bombs the whole fight. So can Ulberg stay composed through 5 rounds? And honestly, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm trusting my gut on this one. I'm going to go with Carlos Ulberg. He's going to be the new interim light heavyweight champion. What do you got on this one, Nano?
Ooh, spicy take. I'm glad you went first, brother. That's absolutely great breakdown as always. You make it hard to bet against you here, so I'm not going to try to make a case as far as the tactics or style is concerned here between these two fighters. But you're absolutely right. Carlos Ulberg has every right to be here. I'm interested to see how he looks in a 5-round fight, because this is for the interim title, as Alex Bejeda did move up. So I think it's one of those things where, man, we got 2 of the baddest dudes. Carlos Ulberg. I'm over here fumbling my words because I pulled those.
Now I got picture. You doing it.
He's so gosh darn handsome. I looked at him, and I was babbling, fumbling over myself. Dude was a previous model, but don't let that fool you. He has all the skills to back it up as well. Can he go into deep waters? He's a little bit older than Jiri. He doesn't have as much fighting experience, but he's strong and he can knock out a lot of dudes. Jiri, on the other hand, has been proven to be able to go into deep waters and beat basically every other light heavyweight besides Alex Bejeda. So I think I like my odds with the Jiri Prochazka. I think I like the samurai and the aura or the mogging he's doing these days. But all jokes aside, I think he's no stranger to these deep waters. And even if Carlos Ulberg stuns him, it might be similar to like the Roundtree fight, like you mentioned, where he gets overconfident, he thinks he's going to take him out, and then here he comes and channels some samurai sensei voodoo magic and becomes victorious. So we're going to go for that. And I have a feeling the man, the myth, the legend of MMAnomaly might be going for that too. But I don't want to speak for him. I'll let you speak for yourself, brother. How you feeling about this main event at 327? Come Saturday night.
I'm coming!
Brother, let me tell you, I'm excited as hell about this fight. Jiri Denisa Prochazka. And if you're wondering, why the fuck did he call him Denisa? Well, like that's not his nickname. He doesn't have a nickname. He does with his coaches. Because I guess one time they yelled at another female fighter, Denisa, which is the Czech equivalent to Denise in the US. And he responded thinking that they were talking to him. So for the rest of the time, they've just randomly referred to him as Denisa. So Jiri Denisa Prochazka. You know, I got to start with a fun fact, kid. Come on.
That's a great fun fact. I was just thinking that.
I had to throw something out there that hopefully not many people in the chat have heard, or on the panel. So he's that crazy ass Czech samurai, like I said, right? 6-2 in the UFC. He's had multiple title fights in that 8-fight run, and still one of the most dangerous motherfuckers on the planet when he's not chin-checked by Alex Pereira, right? He fights like a tornado on bath salts, wild pressure, spinning elbows, flying knees, pure chaos. He's got legit one-punch power in both hands, I think, ridiculous durability, and kind of an I don't give a fuck, let's go for that kind of energy that typically breaks people down over the course of time. Over the duration of the fight. Now, let's talk about Carlos Ulberg, Black Jag from City Kickboxing, right? He is 13-1 or 14-1, depending on who you ask. Riding a long win streak. He's a technician, crisp boxing, sharp kicks, nice setups too. Really solid fundamentals is the thing that I noticed most about him. He looked vicious in his some of his previous fights. Not all of them. You know, that last one was kind of a barn burner. But this is a huge step up in competition in terms of violence, in my opinion. I'm still riding hard with my pick, Jiri Prochazka. I got a second round TKO incoming in this one. I think he drags Ulberg into the deep waters, all of 7 minutes of them, and then he probably lands some crazy shit. Maybe attempts a flying knee and then lands a fucking right cross midair. The dude is an absolute, like, this is the MMAnomaly show, right? He is an MMA anomaly. Jiri Prochazka is the MMA anomaly, I think. So, yeah, I'm going with my guy. Let's go for that! You know what I'm saying? Let's go for that. I'm coming! I had to do it, bro. I had to do
Gotta
it.
respect it. I respect it.
Fire. I like it.
Got to do it, man. Got to do it. We'll go over the bets at the end of the show, by the way, folks. We might go over some of them that we make live on the fly. So if you like any bets, throw them in the chat. Let us know. We might end up tailing you. We likely will end up telling you. What am I saying out loud here? Come on. We're degenerates. We'll tell you. Grimy, what it do, brother? What it do for you, my guy?
What up, man?
Love seeing you in the chat. Jiri under 5. I've already got Jiri by knockout. Let me see what Jiri just under 5 is, or inside the distance.
Both of their styles favor the under here, I think, right, boys? Gonna be a knockout. No
To win inside the distance is minus 120. I got juicier odds on it by knockout. I got him at plus 145 by knockout. TKO, KO, or DQ, to be technical. Azamat, Taco, Gamrot. All right. I'm gonna make sure it locks in right fucking now, Grammy. We're not playing this game again, bro. Chris Padilla.
I like that, Grimy. It's a good shout.
Azamat. I actually really like that one. I have pretty much all those picks. God, I hate that BetOnline AG does it out of order. That's my only gripe with them. Otherwise, I love everything about them.
They list the fights out of order.
Yeah. It's low-key annoying. All right. Boom. We're going to do a unit on that one. So 1 unit gets you 2.85 units back in profit. So you get 3.85 units in total if you bet that 1 unit back in your pocket. We're doing that. That just feels like smart money. Thanks for the shout, Grimy. Appreciate it. Keep it coming, man. I
like it.
Y'all seen Dana say the fight at the White House won't be stopped even if it rains or snows? Fights will go on. Dirt, sleet, or snow, the fights must go. I love it. I'm excited about it. I hope it rains kind of a little bit. That'd be hilarious. You imagine guys just slipping and sliding on the fucking already slippery canvas? Only lightning will stop it. I love that. That sounds like something out of a book, bro. Dana White's words. Yeah. Appreciate it. Dana bought and paid for 100%. 100%. How do you say in the bucket? He said if there's lightning, they'll just wait it out and delay till it goes. Could you imagine if there's a lightning storm that lasts like 3 hours? Fighters already had their shakeout. They go out there fucking exhausted, malnourished. Or they eat in between and then it ends and they go out there and just fucking have a bad night. Bad night. They just eat quiche. Taco W indeed, Grimy. And yeah, he's Mexican, but no, I'm going for him because he's from Gardenia, which is like the next city over. Let's go, bro. Taco
indeed.
Fights for... Yeah, he does fight for your money. No, he don't, but let's go Taco. He's got a ton of finishes. It rains, Trump orange will melt off, and hair will go limp. That would actually be hilarious. I do hope it rains. What up, WMC? How you doing, brother?
Western Moss.
Welcome to the Fulkin chat, brother.
Oi, oi, oi.
Fulkin chat. My bruv. All right, so we're all in unison on this one, I think. Let's go ahead and go into the light heavyweight division, or rather stay there, and talk about another fight. This feels very odd, matchmaking-wise, and very interesting matchmaking-wise. I'm going to pass it to Nano first on this one, but we have Paulo Costa, Mr. Secret Juice, coming in against Azamat Murzakanov, who said this week that Russian Secret Juice is hard work and determination. To which Paulo Costa said, "What this fat guy talking about? Tell this fat motherfucker shut up. He not has secret juice." Nano, which secret juice are you taking? Brazilian or Russian?
Oh man, that's a interesting question. Never thought I'd be asked that, but And I never thought I would necessarily deny Paulo Costa's secret juice, but I think in this situation, I might have to take some of that Dagestani sauce. You know what I'm saying? They got that real deal. Holyfield out there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Had to throw him under that bus, bro.
We're just keeping it real. There's no filter on this show. Hey, no filter, baby. That's what we do. We riled Algan out here. But no, this is an interesting matchup, and there's a few of them on this card. But if you think about it, it makes sense because they're really trying to pump up a new star here, I think they're really trying to pump up Azamat, Murzakanov, even though Paulo Costa is a little lower in the rankings. Azamat is trending in the right direction, but hey, he was willing to sign the dotted line, and Paulo Costa is willing to play ball as well. And when I look at where they are, I mean, undefeated fighter in Azamat, the professional, you can't erase the profession, right? As much as Paulo Costa has had great moments, the split decision loss to Sean Strickland and then coming back and beating a Roman Kopylov. Honestly, I thought he looked really, really well there. I just think Azamat is going to pepper him up for certainly the first 2 rounds. We'll see what that third round looks like. Maybe once Paulo Costa starts throwing a little bit more or less caution to the wind, if you will. Because I think Azamat's just going to piece him up, and he has power in short distance as well. I just think Azamat's going to erase the eraser, dare I say. Pip, brother, talk to us, man. How you feeling about this one?
Yeah, I mean, Azamat, undefeated prospect, like you said. He's a solid boxer in the light heavyweight division. He's got power in his jab, fast combinations in the pocket, and good knees as well. He can be a little wild when he throws. I mean, he's got big overhands that can leave him open to counters. Cardio can also be a concern, but honestly, I mean, that kind of goes for both guys. I feel like Paulo Costa, I mean, he's definitely a berserker, heavy pressure fighter, strong hooks and good low kicks. He blitzes in with heavy shots, but can definitely leave himself open to counters as well. He also has issues with the output. I mean, as the fight goes on, his defense and the power tends to fade. Costa has been fairly inactive while Azamat's on a tear and just building momentum. And I really think this should be a fun fight. I could see Azamat struggling with the kicks of Costa, but I could also see Costa really struggling with Azamat's boxing. Ultimately, I think it's going to be a really tough fight. I kind of just see Costa chopping at the legs, landing heavy body kicks, rushing in with big shots. But I also see Azamat just being the better boxer here, cutting angles, finding counters, having higher output while landing the cleaner shots. While the kicks from Costa are kind of my main concern, I'm going to trust Azamat's activity here and his output more. So I'm going to go with Azamat. He's going to edge it out with a competitive decision. What do you got, Uncle Olin?
Man, I like where you guys' heads are. Grimy, I like where your head's at as well, my guy. I'm telling you, this fight goes long, in my opinion. If Oz by decision is juicy, I'm going to smish. Well, let me tell you, Azamat Murzakanov by points is plus 165 right now. Pretty juicy. Azamat by knockout is also plus 190. Let me actually look at something real quick, because I think at these odds ain't lying. These odds are about to get hammered. If you look at these odds, if you put like a unit on each of them, per se, right? Yeah, if you put a unit on by points, you get 265 back, 165 in profit, 1.65. If you put a unit on TKO, KO, or DQ, you get 1.9 units back in profit, so 2.9. So if you put 2 units down, either way, you're up a little over half a unit or almost a full unit. I'm going to do exactly that. I think we're all fairly confident that Murzakanov slimes the pretty boy out there in Secret Juice, and I think these are going to hit. It's Jimmy's brother, the singer. Crimey, I fucking love you, dude.
Great reference.
Sing for me. That movie's so fucking good, bro. That movie's so good.
One of the best.
Piano coming in with the fire. You like the piano in the back? No, the piano is Pip. Pip is the piano. We actually have the Mexican music going today for funsies. Because Pip brings all the piano we need. You should have heard him before the show. He was just like sitting back there warming up. I don't know if you know I heard, but I did. I heard. I was listening. It was good, bro. It was great.
Appreciate it.
It was great. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Some would say the best piano playing you've ever heard It is really good. So speaking of Azamat Murzakanov versus Paulo Costa, Azamat Murzakanov is called the professional. He is exactly that, right? He is a perfect 16-0, built like an absolute fucking brick shithouse, like a tank more like it, with slick, powerful striking, nonstop forward pressure. And by the way, folks, 75% of those wins are by knockout. And he's looked fairly fucking dominant since his tenure started in the UFC. Now, Paulo the Eraser Costa is, 15-4 now? Still carries one-punch knockout power sometimes. And that Brazilian kind of swagger about him when he has that striking going. But it takes a minute for him to get going. And the weight cuts and some rough recent performances have really hurt him, in my humble opinion. But the weight cut shouldn't be a problem, right? It's going up to light heavyweight. What should be a problem is the fucking power of the absolute freight train that's coming his way. I think it's going to be bad news bears for the boy Paulo Costa. And as Nano said, I don't know if all you guys that were listening, all you guys and gals heard this or caught this, mind you. One of the better puns I've heard or kind of mix-ins that I've heard in the show. He said, you can't erase a professional. Brother, tying the nicknames together like it's sweet poetry. You just love to see it, Nano. I had to pay homage to that. So yeah, my pick is obviously Azamat Murzakanov. We've hammered multiple units on him at this point. I think he's going to take it. I think he probably gets it done by points as well. I think it's probably going to be a unanimous decision, but... and I like big butts, and I cannot lie. It's a big butt here. I think he has the power to shut off the lights wherever the fuck he fights. So he could definitely erase the eraser in this co-main event of the evening. Speaking of people we all love to see get erased. Oh, mama. I don't know if you heard this guy's fucking media day, but my God, holy cringe. We're talking about a heavyweight bout between Josh Hokit, the Incredible Hulk, brother, coming in against Curtis Razor Blaydes. And man, I hope he Numa-Numa-Yays and just Razor Blaydes the fuck out of this guy. He came at Jiri with a toy lightsaber. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. He came at him with a toy lightsaber.
Really?
And Jiri, just being Jiri, you could tell that he got annoyed and like wanted to hit him. And he's like, you stay over there. Wait, stay there now. And he's like, I'm going to cut your head off with this lightsaber, and then I'm going to sew it on Alex Pineda's body, brother. He's so weird. He also made like a weird human centipede joke at the media day about decapitating number 2 and number 3 and number 1, and then sewing their heads to each other's anuses. The guy's a very weird character. I personally can't wait till this train gets derailed. I can't even call it a hype train, boys, because it's not that. It's just a train. I don't even know that it's on the tracks, for being honest. So it shouldn't take much to derail it. But hey, Curtis Razor Blaydes, 19-5 with 1 no contest. Heavyweight wrestling machine with elite level takedowns and nasty elbows from the top, smothering top control, and just ground and pound that'll make you frown. He's a veteran who's been in there with the absolute best. Josh Hokit is a perfect 8-0 against absolute fucking bums like that Kamaru Usman. A surging prospect, as some would say. Not myself. Not me. I wouldn't say it. I would never say it. He's got athleticism. He's got striking. I will say that he's very fast for heavyweight. It seems almost as if he should just cut the weight and go to light heavyweight. But, you know, I digress. He's got the speed, so use it. But this is a serious step up in competition, no matter how you slice it. Whether you're using dulled knives or razor blades. I'm on Curtis Blaydes on this one. I'm on him by decision or inside the distance. I really hope in my heart of hearts that he gets it done inside the distance. I hope he just makes Josh Hokit quit out there. I think he takes him down early. I think he takes him down often. I think he controls the real estate inside the octagon, grinds out rounds, and just breaks the will and skill of Josh Hokit. Now, Pip, take whatever meat I left on the bone off of it, brother.
Yeah, no, but I mean, even with all the shit that he talked at the press conference, I'm kind of excited to see when I get on YouTube and my For You page shows Josh Hokit gets humbled. Can't wait to see that title. So Curtis Blaydes, I mean, solid grappler, good double legs, and he can land some heavy ground and pound. Elbows, punches, just everything is really raining down on you. His striking is more about athleticism and overhands just to mainly get to your legs, but he's still got a lot of power. And it's enough for anybody that they need to look out for it. Even in the Almeida fight, I mean, he knocked him out with the hammer fist. That as Almeida was trying to get on his leg, he's trying to get to the takedown. He was holding on, hammer fist. He was able to get the KO against Hokit, which almost seems like a disrespectful matchup given Blaydes is a former title challenger. Hokit is very new to the UFC, like you mentioned, Dunk. He's 8-0, 2 wins in the UFC. Hokit, he's got the most powerful middle finger in the UFC. You saw when he flipped off Freeman, and he just collapsed. I mean, the aura is insane, but seriously, other than that, he's got a similar style, but it's just not that fine-tuned yet, in my opinion. I think he's a really sloppy striker. He can do some good work in the clinch, and that might be where his best attribute is. Just to try and back up Curtis and go heavy, in the first couple of rounds. But it's a very big jump in competition, like you said. Curtis Blaydes has seen the style at a higher level. I mean, guys like Overeem, Dos Santos, Volkov, Pavlovich, higher level competition all the way around. I think Curtis weathers an early storm, uses his grappling advantage, and shuts Hokit down in the second round. I think Hokit's cardio is not going to hold up. And Curtis is just going to land double legs and smash his way to a TKO knockout or TKO in round 2. What you got on this one, Nano?
Yeah, good breakdown from you both, boys. I like this matchup a lot. It is interesting, though. Like, it doesn't really make sense, but I like the idea of the new up-and-comer on the scene, the potential cash cow, the guy that's knocking people out and doing it in cringe, but, hey, in popular fashion. I just think, and honestly, the odds are close on this, boys. Like, it's almost a virtual pick'em. I mean, Curtis Razor Blaydes is the betting favorite currently, but it's not by a landslide. And we're talking about someone that's been at the top of the heap, or I guess what I'm trying to say is he's been a top contender in the heavyweight division for good part of a decade, if not. I mean, man, at least last 5 years for sure.
Yeah, minus 135 to plus 115 is nasty work for a newcomer.
Like, I guess Vegas and the odd makers are seeing something here in this Josh Hokit kid. I mean, the power is real, and maybe they're looking at Curtis Blaydes at this stage in his career and a little more iffy on what Pip said. Like, can he weather the storm? I guess, hey, we'll find out Saturday night. That's why we love this shit. But, yeah, that is a shocking line in my opinion, and just the matchup and everything. It's so intriguing. It caught me off guard, but I like it. I'm here for some newness. And hey, I mean, Joshua Van was once a 12th ranked opponent, and next thing you know, he's a champion, right? So anything can happen. It'd be crazy to think Josh Hokit gets like a top 5 ranking after this weekend, but all to say, I'm leaning Curtis Razor Blaydes here to get it done. I think he's savvy enough. I think he avoids the power. And until I see him, Josh Hokit, do it against the elite of the elite, I'm gonna pump the brakes on him, until then. But yeah, give me Curtis Razor Blaydes.
And of course, we had to throw a safety belt, as I call it, a little seat belt parlay on this fight, as well as one more. Azamat Murzakanov. I feel like a lot of us outside of, I think, was it Grimy or was it Juice that said they're going Costa? Juice said he's going Costa on that one. Sorry, Juice. Sorry. I feel like this is a safety belt here. We're going Azamat Murzakanov money line and Curtis Razor Blaydes money line. We're doing 1 unit on that one to get 2.65 units back. I feel like that's juice, bro. Like, that's a solid amount of juice on that. So we're doing it. Ulberg at plus money on my book now if you like him to win. I don't like him to win, but if you're betting on him, good luck, man. Good luck. You stand alone, Pip. You stand alone. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Moving into light heavyweight. I'm so happy you guys got that reference.
I got you.
Stop trying to make fetch happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Light heavyweight bout between Dominick Reyes and Johnny Walker. Oh man, you love to see fights like this. Man, Nano shaking his head though. Nano is shaking his head. I don't love that. I feel like you're worried. Are you worried for our boy Dom? Dommy boy fighting out of Cobra Kai?
There's a couple of matchups on this card that's like, I like both these guys. I don't want to see either one of them necessarily.
It makes it tough. So. It makes it tough to pick, right?
That's all it is. That's all it is.
I had to pour up a shot because the dude's literally named the whiskey, Johnny Walker. So it feels like Feels like an apro both time. Folks, if you're drinking, drink with us, whether it's water, soda, whiskey, anything in between, or if you're just raw dogging some fresh air, that's fine too. As long as you like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. We appreciate the fuck out of you all the same. Cheers. Okay, this is actually the comment of the year, folks. Do I have space? Yeah, I think I have space next to the Bruce Lee kicking through the frame. I'm going to get this framed. Put it on the fucking wall. Walker gets KO'd by a light breeze. And then KO's Zhang. I don't know what the fuck. Shit don't make sense. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think the only thing I would change about that comment, like, it's already perfect. But if you wanted to somehow exceed the bar, I would have put Walker gets KO'd by a light breeze in true Looney Tunes fashion. Then KO's Zhang. Nothing quite like a Walker KO, right? There was that one fight where he got KO'd like 5 times before he made it to the UFC. If you guys haven't seen that one, look it up. It's a really fun one. It's a really fun one. I'm telling you. It is a really fun fight, as long as you're not a Walker fan. This fight, though, as you said, Nano, I do like Walker. I do. But I like Dominick Reyes a lot more. I've always been a fan of his ever since he beat John Jones. He beat him. He beat the fuck out of that guy for the first 3 dang rounds. And come on, kids. Come on, kids. The fight should have gone his way. But I digress. It did.
Worst rivalry in UFC history.
Potentially. It's up there.
Brutal.
It's top 3. It's top 3. Dominick Reyes, he's 15-5 currently. Still has length, power, and a chin that nearly took out John Jones years ago. But again, his recent form has been kind of shaky. Some tough KO losses. That being said, Johnny Walker is 22-9, right? A little bit more wins, a little bit more losses. He's also got 1 no contest. He's tall, he's athletic, he's kind of a wild man. Fights a little bit like a caveman out there at times. From Brazil, with highlight reel finishes. But his decision-making and durability can vanish pretty quickly in big spots like this. I feel like more often than not, it is a fight IQ problem with Johnny Walker. And he just blitzes forward with his hands down at his fucking waists, not respecting the power coming towards him. That's a dangerous game to play with a Dominick Reyes, who Jiri Prochazka admitted knocked him out. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he admitted that like last year. Yeah, I was knocked out from this shot, and then he wake me up again when he punched me on the ground in the face. And then I grab him and pull him in like, no, stop hitting me in the face. And then we go for that, and I knock him out. He didn't say those exact words, but he did say it pretty much that.
It was close. It was close.
It was fairly close. I was ad-libbing a little bit there. I ad-lib a little bit with 2 crazy guys from my village. Sometimes we used to do the mad libs in the village with these crazy guys. We get into some crazy shit. Nano, what are your thoughts on this one, bro?
Oh man. Yeah, this is an absolute banger of a matchup. I appreciate the 2 cents there and the laugh. And
obviously, I'm taking Dominick here, by the way. I think he gets it done. I think he gets it done by knockout.
Oh man, yeah. That can definitely happen, right? I mean, both these guys have proven in the past to be a little bit chinny. I think I'm leaning Dom Reyes as well. The Cali kid, he's a little bit older, but I just feel like he sticks to his game plan a little bit more. And we've seen that kind of resurgence from him as of recent. So as long as he comes in healthy, I think they'll have a good game plan for Johnny Walker. Like you mentioned, they're both pretty big. He's familiar fighting bigger fighters than him. And then Johnny Walker, though, I do think he always has the capability to go out there and have a special moment. It is hard to get out of my mind the fact that he did dislocate his shoulder doing the worm. Shout out Grimy for that extra nugget there. But I just think, he tends to keep the hands down and tends to make those mistakes or just leave big gaps in the game where someone like Dom Reyes will see that in real time and have the muscle memory and reaction to go out there and counter or just find a path to victory within that 15-minute time span. So I'm taking Dom Reyes here, probably by decision, I guess, if I had to lean a direction. I don't know. Man, I feel dumb saying knockout or decision, but it's just one of those things. I think it could be really tactical. It might be slow to start off, and both guys will respect each other. So maybe Dom's a little more cautious, and it's kind of a grindy, windy win by decision. But Dom, regardless, let's go.
Let's go for that.
Let's go for that.
Yeah, I mean, Dominick Reyes is up there with my favorite fighters, and Owen, I'm happy you touched on it, but I mean, this guy I had a lot of hype for when he fought for the title, got robbed, and I do think it was one of the worst robberies. I got to go back to Grimey's comment there, just because of what was at stake. I mean, you know that he did not win that fight, at least in my opinion. There's no way he won that fight. Like you said, Owen, rounds 1, 2, and 3, got robbed, but there was so much at stake. He was fighting for a championship belt, made John Jones look the worst he's ever looked in a fight. It was just, the stakes were there. But I think in this matchup, it really depends on what version of Dominick Reyes shows up here. I have a feeling this could be an actually good fight, a good fight for him to rebound with. He's got good kicks. He's always has the power threat, especially on the timing with the straight counters. He's a guy that hits hard while on the back foot as well. He's even got good takedowns. He can hold you down, land bombs, escape positions if needed. Like I said, I mean, he went toe-to-toe with John Jones for crying out loud, and he was able to do all those things. He also, he could show his opponent a little too much respect as well on the other side, kind of like you alluded to, Nano, but be a little bit more hesitant. The power of Johnny Walker shouldn't really be underestimated either. I mean, Walker is a very creative striker, crazy feints, really unorthodox strikes from flying knees to spinning back fists, very long limbs, and he makes it hard to makes it hard to close the distance. While both can be a little chinny, Walker presents more openings with his style. So I'm leaning towards Dominick Reyes. He gets the rebound and he gets the knockout. I think the technical striking is just better. Walker can be too wild, miss big. The counters from Reyes can be deadly, especially with Reyes' power. I think he chops the leg, slows the movement, catches Walker blitzing in, and takes him out. I'm going Dom the Devastator gets the KO in round 2.
Let's go for that. My guy.
Congratulations.
I like it a lot. Let's go for that. Speaking of let's go for that, obviously Grimey grew up in the same village as Jiri Prochazka, folks. This guy definitely grew up in my village. He one of the crazy friends from my village. Funny story, in 5th grade, he got caught with some buddies putting bad words in Mad Libs. Their parents were called into school and the principal had to read them to their parents. Verb Harry, noun balls. My guy. True soul. I hope we get to see one of the best redemption stories in all of combat sports. Yes, I can't help but think you're talking about Dominick the Devastator Reyes fighting out a Cobra Kai. I think he's going to strike first, strike hard, and show no mercy on Saturday. Let's fucking go. Adjectives, not verb. I'm a little high, not going to lie. Brother, never lie, but always stay high, my friend. Stay high. Keep on going, keep on growing. Just a little bit higher every day. With that being said, my goodness, I love it. Love it. When we all come together on an agreement like butt cheeks. We all just come together like butt cheeks, folks. Since we all are in agreement on this one, I can't help but feel like he's a very slight favorite right now, minus 142. No, you said points, huh?
I was kind of leaning decision, yeah.
Okay.
Very well could be a knockout.
Play the game
by Dom.
All right, so if
I had to bet, if you guys like that more, we can lean that way.
No. We can play both sides here, bro. This is the hedgeroni. So if we did 1 unit on Dom by TKO, KO, or DQ, it's at plus 120. So we get 2.2 units back on the 1 unit. So about 1.2 units in profit. If he ends up winning on points, so by decision, 1 unit turns into 8 units. So either way, at the bare minimum, we're up like what? A fifth of a unit. At best, we're up 6 units. Or 5 units.
I like it.
Hedge him.
Half unit on each. Keep it safe. Boom. Locked in. Locked and loaded, kids. Now that those are locked and loaded, let's keep on going, folks. We have a featherweight bout between an absolute legend. God, I almost want to do another shot just because it's fucking such a legend. Cub Swanson, my goodness. Like, since the WEC days, we've been watching this guy. It's been a long time. Coming in against Nate the Train Landwehr, the motherfucking choo-choo train, my guy. Yeah, he's one of the most quotable MMA fighters of all time. Is Nate the Train Landwehr. Fighting in MMA is like loving the neighborhood hoe. You might love her, but she ain't never gonna love you back. That, and of course, like the whole reason that we have the dogs barking clip that we have. The dogs bark in the backyard. That's what they say. The dogs do bark in the backyard. You're correct, sir. What was my these are my top 3 that I'm saying right now. What's the third one? God. Oh. Try and beat my ass, see what happens.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
I think that's the one that he said in San Diego when we were there live, just like 8 rows or so away from the fucking cage. Me and Drew were cackling, bro. Like, try and beat my ass, see what happens. He's a bad motherfucker, bro. Like, that was also the same night that he said, I forget who was in the in Octagon interviewer, but he asked him, there were multiple times where you had him hurt, you knocked him down, and you didn't follow up with any shots. Instead, you backed away and raised your arms and looked at the crowd. What was that decision-making process? Like, why not follow up? And he's like, cause it's like Gladiator. If you win the people, you win your freedom. I won the people tonight.
Oh.
He literally dropped them and was like, at one point he was like, are you not entertained? We could hear it in the crowd, bro. Like, he was doing some Gladiator shit for real. It was the coolest shit. But he is coming in against Cub Swanson, who's an absolute warrior. The guy has battled fucking legends, a litany of them. I feel like I've gone first the last couple times. So, Nano, talk about the legendary career of Cub Swanson and what you think he's up against facing the literal train, Nate Landwehr.
Yeah, man, and I'll keep it short and sweet here, but I do want to acknowledge that this is a great matchup. It's a great fight. These are two guys that want to go out there and cause violence, put on a great show, and I think it's a proper matchup. I think for a Cub Swanson, I didn't want to see him go up against any young bucks. He's 42 years old. Again, my policy is like let's keep them separated here. Okay, if you got an old guy, OG, let me show some more respect here to my fellow Cali member here, Cub Swanson. But if you got an OG, triple OG, someone that's had blood, sweat, and tears in the octagon, has fought everyone from the Billy Q's, the Andre Touchy-Feelies, the Giga Jakidzes, the Kron Gracie, Frankie Edgar, Brian Ortega, the list goes on and on. Max Holloway, Frankie Edgar, Jeremy Stevens. Oh, have you heard of these guys? Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira. And those were back in 2013 and 2012, ladies and gentlemen. We are well through 2020-26 right now. That is 14 years of professional mixed martial arts from this guy. So can only tip the cap to him. Wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of retirement here, but if he keeps fighting, man, what an absolute legendary career. And like I mentioned earlier with the Dom Johnny Walker matchups, like this one's the same thing. I like both the guys. I don't want to necessarily see either one of them lose, but I'm just leaning Nate the Train. I think, Cub Swanson will get off at his train station and the train will keep trucking along to a decision win. And, he'll have his bags packed and like we suggest here on screen, but for the audio listeners, we're going to tip the cap. Tip the cap, get your suitcase bagged up, keep it going, keep it growing, baby. Let's go. And yeah, for the record, taking our boy Nate the Train by decision. But it'll be
this is Cub's final fight.
Okay, it is confirmed. Okay.
It's confirmed. It's confirmed. He just, I don't know if you watch Embedded still, but he just opened his new gym and they showed it on Embedded. He was very happy to be able to have some of his training camp done there and introduce the team to it, things like that. Also, being able to show it on Embedded is fantastic. I'll have to look at the view count, but I mean, that's just great traction to get eyes on the gym in general. So wishing him well. after this last training camp and making this final walk, but it's tough straw to draw going against Nate the Train for anybody in featherweight. Pip, what you got on this one?
Yeah, I mean, Cub Swanson looking to end his career on a high note against Nate Landwehr. And honestly, kind of like you said, Nano, I don't really want to see any of these guys lose. I like them both. Cub's been in the UFC since 2011. And when he made his debut, I was 8 years old, believe it or not. I was 8. And that's wild. The resume he's built is insane. As you mentioned, Nano, I mean, Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, Dennis Seaver. I mean, just a wealth of experience. And that experience matters. I mean, he's 42 years old, but Nate's 37. It's only a 5 years difference. They're both past their prime. Nate doesn't necessarily have the best fight IQ. He'll stand and bang. He's got power. He stays in your face. He walks you down, but he's very hittable, and that chin it can be a concern. And kind of when you're talking about clips, I think it was that same fight or maybe that David Onama fight where he's walking back and some lady's talking to him in an interview, and he goes, yeah, my family saw the look in my eyes when I was walking through my corner. He goes, you know what that means? I'm about to do some dumb shit. So I love him. He's a character. I mean, Nate, he's great. While on the other side, we've got Cub. I mean, he's fast, he's elusive, and he's still powerful. I can see his movements, giving Nate real problems. He can cut angles, bounce out of range, and counter with clean 1-2s. I can see him frustrating Nate from the outside, jabs, hooks to the bodies, and then just backs out of range. Even if it gets scrappy, I think Cub's fight IQ helps him pull ahead. With all the experience that he has, I think Cub gets it done. He gets a fairy tale ending here, but I'm leaning towards a KO. It might just be because it's more fun, but give me Cub Swanson by KO in round 3. Am I sipping on crazy juice? What do you got on this one?
I like Cub in this one. I'll be honest with you. I really do. I think the vet savviness, yes, he has twice as many losses as the man across from him, but he also has twice as many wins almost, right? Like 30-18 in terms of wins. And he's been in there with a litany of absolute legends. 2 absolute fucking dogs at featherweight. Cub Swanson is a veteran with slick striking, crafty experience. He's got a heart the size of fucking Texas, even though he's a Cali kid. Nate Landwehr is just a scrappy junkyard dog who brings nonstop chaos, volume punching, and a never say die style fight energy. I think it's going to be a war, but I am taking Cub Swanson by decision. I think experience in these big moments gives him a slight edge. I think this screams fight of the night either way. I think it's going to be back and forth, but I think that Nate likes to get in the pocket, and he has to really get in the pocket to exchange, whereas Cub's going to be able to pick him apart at range, teep, whip kicks, things like that. He's going to really be able to pick his shots at range a little bit better than Nate Landwehr, in my opinion. So I'm taking Cub on this one. He is old. He's an old dog, 42. But hey, Nate Landwehr is no fucking daisy himself. He's 37 years of age. So, brother, I can't talk shit because I'm in the same boat as both these fellas. So here we are. That's why the man to my right calls me Unk. I'm taking Cub on this one, though. I like him to get it done. If we're looking at the odds, let's see. I don't think I have a straight bet. Oh, my guy, Cubby. Why would I? It's a fucking pick 'em. And Cub's the favorite. Or no, barely dog. Or no, he is the favorite in this. Minus 115 to minus 105. Cub Swanson's minus 115. Is that crazy to either of you guys?
I could really see it being a pick 'em.
That's wild.
I'm not mad at it. It could go either way.
Cub is starting to coach quite a few fighters. I hope he builds up a nice little stable. Average age for the main card is 35. That's crazy.
Great stat.
That is fucking crazy.
Proper stat.
Man, I mean, with that being said, like, what is this? Like the 4th visit to Miami that the UFC has had in recent years? This is becoming a real hotspot for them. Speaking of fun facts for the card, other fun facts for the card, obviously Cub Swanson's legendary retirement is going to be one. A new light heavyweight champion being crowned with the vacated one. And of course, who can forget the most illustrious fun fact of the entire fight card, guys? The Bellator Eliminator. Loser gets sent back to Bellator. That's what they say. If you know. It's Aaron Pico and the Pitbull, the dog himself. You know what I'm saying? Should be a fun fight. But I am going to stay away from the Cub Swanson one since not a lot of juice on it. And, if he wins, he could actually knock out Nate. Who knows? Like, Nate puts himself in bad situations. He's a bit of a dog himself, like I said. So don't love it from a betting perspective. You know what else I don't love? I got to tell you guys, if I'm being completely honest, I don't love the fact that Joshua Van, after winning the belt via injury, had to pull out of his first title defense via injury. Well, I mean, how do you say the opposite of I'm happy to go? Because that's what I am, folks. That's what I am. He was supposed to fight Tatsuro Taira, the man that said that clip. Now they're moving it to a handful of cards away from this card, and I'm sad. So I am sad. Thank you. Let's move into the fucking featherweight division, or rather stay in it. To talk about the illustrious Bellator defibrillator. You know what I'm saying? Bring one of these guys' career back to life in comparison to the other one. Patricio Pitbull coming in against Aaron Pico the Gallo. Is Pico the Gallo? We'll find out on Saturday. He's a heavy favorite in this one, boys. I got to tell you. Patricio Pitbull is a plus 245 dog. Capital D. And Aaron Pico is a favorite. Minus 290. The capital P. As in, don't put any money on this because that is wild lines. Blaydes Swanson is plus 2. Swanson? What the fuck are you talking about? Is there a fighter on the card named Swanson?
Cub
Swanson.
Oh, Cub. I was like, sorry, I don't know why I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Swanson. I don't know. I was like, Blaydes is not fighting a dude named Swanson.
No, it was Samsonite.
Samsonite.
That's good. Dumb and Dumber. Swanson. Oh, it's like I thought it was Samsonite.
I thought it was Samsonite. Bro.
Samson.
Let's see. Is that the same odds I'm getting? I might do that. Cub Swanson. Because Blaydes is a safety play. It's just a safety blanket. I'm actually not getting plus 240, but I'm getting good enough. I'm getting plus 225. Do a fifth of a, let's see. Do a fifth of a unit on that to get like a half a unit back. Actually, no, we'll just do a half unit on it. Yeah, to get a full unit back. That's what we'll do. I like that. That's solid bet. Solid bet. Thanks, Grimes. That was locked in. Pico looked good against Liron until he didn't. That's kind of been the fucking fate of Pico the Gallo, right? Swimmy, why don't you just check the briefcase? Oh, Samsonite, that was way off.
I was way off.
Oh, man. That movie's up there in quotability. You know what movie I don't feel like gets enough fucking credit as far as quotability? Tommy Boy. Or any of the old Chris Farley movies.
Great movie. Even like if you can't necessarily quote a lot of it, it's like a great movie. Well, Tommy Boy does have the robot guy, which very, very quotable.
The fat guy in a little coat. I've done that for sure a couple times. And the "What'd you do?" I've quoted that a handful of times for sure. I don't know if you remember like the gas station scene where the door gets ripped off and he's just like holding it in place until David Spade opens it, and when he opens it, the whole fucking door falls. He's like, "What'd you do?" That's like one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and it's so minimal, but the delivery on it is so good.
Yeah.
Highly recommend you guys go back and watch those movies. They're so good.
Got to. Shout out Grammy, me, myself, and Irene as well. Another banger. The list goes on.
My most overused GIF for work is the "oh boy, here we go."
Oh, that's a great one. With the chin.
It's so good. It's so good, bro. With the chin. The chin that allows him to blow his nose and wipe his ass at the very same time. It's fantastic. Truly it is.
Yeah.
Nano, in the Bellator Eliminator bout, how do you see it shaking out?
Oh, man, this is an intriguing one for sure. This is definitely an intriguing one. It's hard for me to bet against my San Jose native, my fellow Cali boy. There's a few of them on this card. I keep saying that. But I'm going Aaron Pico on this one. I might be contrary to many belief. I think he is the Ben favorite. Maybe it depends on your book. But he's 29 years young, and he's fighting the much elder 38-year-old Patricio Pitbull, which also solid fighter.
Hold on, you said depends on your book. If you can find him at plus odds, you let me know, brother, because I got him at minus 290.
Okay. Yeah, I see minus
I got like
on Typology.
The juice has just been fucking squeezed out of this line.
Yeah. Okay. So who knows? I don't know where exactly it started, but yeah, I was seeing minus 300. And I thought, okay, maybe it's different in some areas, but I'm liking the Ben favorite here. I'm taking Aaron Pico. He's younger. He's great boxer. And I think Patricio will allow Aaron some opportunities to start getting some punches off. Punches and bunches, if you will. So I'm taking Pico by a decision.
The line has gone down. Thank you for saying 300. It started at minus 305. It's now minus 290. So it's gone down about what? 15 points. I'll probably watch this the night of. And if it's one of those situations where like Pitbull comes out, lands a takedown early on, or lands like 3 or 4 quick leg shots, and then the line shifts because money comes in on Kalshi, I'll live bet it. I did the same thing last week on the main event, which we talked about, right? Like as soon as I saw Renato Moicano eat those 3 leg kicks, I was like, oh my God, people are going to think it's sold right now. And he's not. And then as soon as I hit place bet, he checked the kick, and I was like, oh, we are fucking cooking now, boys. He's not going to do that again. And then he did do that again 2 more times, and both of them got checked. And I was like, oh, my God. He's either going to knock him out on the feet, or he's going to fucking submit him, or he's going to break his fucking leg. But either way, we're up money now. So, yeah, I'm probably going to live bet this one. Shout out Dean MMA, my guy, long time no see.
Yeah.
Jiri by Autism. My guy, you think he's acoustic? Let's go for that. You know what I'm saying? He's minus 330 in my book. So what you're saying is I've got some pretty juicy odds at minus 290, huh? That's fucking terrible. Pip, how do you see this one playing out, bro? In the Bellator Eliminator.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a Bellator fight in the UFC, and we've all been wanting this matchup. They're both fairly new to the UFC, both solid grapplers. Fairly interesting fight. Pitbull looked good against Dan Ige. He had good slams, double legs, catching kicks. He's got a solid straight hand as well, but his output can be really low at times. And Pico, I mean, he's coming off a loss to Murphy, but he has serious power, and he could improve defensively a little bit, but his wrestling is becoming a bigger part of his game. In the Murphy fight, he had a lot of success early. Murphy didn't have answers in the first round. Pico got caught with a spinning elbow, but still, I mean, he was walking Murphy down, pushing him against the cage, landing takedowns. It was fairly impressive. Against 38-year-old Pitbull, I don't know if Pitbull still has that dog left in him. I'm taking Pico on this one. I think he's going to back up Pitbull against the cage. He's going to land the harder shots. I think he's going to mix in the takedowns. But overall, I'm feeling a knockout. So give me Pico by KO in round 2.
I don't know if you saw my reaction, but that's literally what I was going to say. I have him by knockout in round number 2. I think he gets it done. Patricio Pitbull, he's a Bellator legend. He's got power, very veteran savvy, killer instinct, and a ton of experience, right? He's like 37-8, I believe. Yeah, 37-8. He's tough as nails, but he's coming in as the older dog in this one by 9 years, which is a fucking lot. It's a lot in fight years. Aaron Pico is explosive. He's young. He's 13-5. He's an absolute beast with the wrestling. He's got a lot of striking upside. He did come out there and train with us at AKA back in the day when I was there, when he was fighting in Bellator. Got hands of stone and serious fucking power. I was at one of those Bellator fights where he got an early finish, and let me tell you, it was fireworks. The sound it made, the echo clap in the stadium was nuts. It was nasty work. But he's been knocked out in a handful of losses. Some people say he has a glass chin. He's a bit of a glass cannon. I disagree. I just think he's been caught clean. Pitbull calls Pico dangerous but chinny. Pico warns Pitbull to be careful what he wishes for. But, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I still think that Pico has a path to victory through his explosiveness and willing to wrestle to overwhelm his opponent early. I'm taking Pico here. I just think he's a very smart guy. I think he's a very young guy. And I think he's a very explosive guy. I think he's probably going to land something heavy before Pitbull ends up settling in. And Pitbull is going to have to try and survive that early storm with that veteran IQ, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Give me a second round knockout for the big favorite, who's a big favorite for a reason. That athleticism, that power, the ability to pack a fucking wallop in his punch. Let's go. And I agree with Dean MMA here. Loser goes to karate combat. We're not even going back to PFL Tour. That ship has sailed. Did you hear that? Speaking of PFL Tour, this I definitely am going to pour up another shot for because this is a fucking ridiculous topic. Did you guys hear that PFL is thinking about rebranding again?
I did not. No.
You're breaking all the news today.
Yeah. So I love that I'm breaking all of the news. So since you guys haven't heard that they're planning on doing a rebrand, here's some more breaking news for you. PFL is planning on rebranding to the name Bellator. Pip's expression is actually perfect.
Oh, jeez.
Pip's expression is perfect. Can somebody clip that?
Bellator already failed once.
Brother, this is exactly my thoughts, bro. Like, whoever is in charge of marketing and production at PFL,
that boy ain't right.
I'm telling you right now, bro. In brightest day and blackest night, I'll tell you what, that boy ain't right. It's like, dude, Juice Man, I swear to God, look it up, bro. They are in talks to do this as soon as this year. Yes, this is a real thing. They're thinking about rebranding to Bellator again, or rather reverting to. It should be called a rebrand. It's a reverting to Bellator. Like, bro, come on. Send him 2-3 years Bellator and forget. They will apparently have a Bellator to send him to, Dean. Sorry to tell you. I regret to inform you.
And once Bellator's back for 2 to 3 years, everybody's gonna forget.
On that breaking news, look, cheers to bad decisions. Okay. If you're drinking, drink with us. If not, that's fine too. Just like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications. We appreciate the hell out of all you guys. Cheers. Dean, I don't know where you're getting your news from, but Dean said, breaking news, UFC to rebrand to WEC. I actually heard from a fairly reliable source that that's not true, that they're actually rebranding to Strikeforce. That's what I heard. I also heard they're going to do a new subsidiary fight promotion that only does promotions in Japan, and they're going to call it Pride. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge in Japan. Yeah, WMC, awful idea to bring Bellator back.
100% Westy.
Come on. Jimbo's old lady, cheers to you. We appreciate you being in the chat. Yeah, I'm going Pico. Pico, I think Pico could be the Gallo. You know what I'm saying? Pico the Gallo. If my name was Pico, that'd be my nickname. Aaron Pico the Gallo. I'm the Gallo. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Let's talk about our guy. A welterweight, fucking legend. Right? We're talking about Kelvin, Holland, and Randy Rude Boy Brown. I should say two legends, right? One of them knows us and one of them knows our homie. So pretty cool. But let's talk about it a little bit. I think Nano went first last time. So Pip, my goodness gracious me. Who do you have in this fight? And tell us
I mean, it's a fun matchup. Kelvin Holland versus Randy Brown. It's just more of a clash of styles, in my opinion. They fight in very similar ways. Randy Brown, I mean, he's a rangy striker, looping crosses, hooks, decent job of managing the distance with the jab, but he can be a bit readable. Kelvin Holland is coming off a 2-fight losing streak, and I think he rebounds here. He's got the 3-inch reach advantage. Randy is usually the longer guy, and he loses that here. It's not a massive difference, but it kind of changes the dynamic. Kelvin is always putting on bangers. He's got that fun karate style, hands low, shots are coming from odd angles, and they're hard to read. His grappling's improved a little bit as well, and I think he should be able to kind of mix in that wrestling here. I see Kelvin just landing long shots, mixing in elbows and knees, working in the takedowns. I could even see like a club and sub kind of method here. I think he's going to catch Randy, jump on him, looks for the rear naked choke. So I'm gonna go bold here, but I'm gonna say Kelvin Holland by submission in round 1.
Nano, what do you think?
Damn, I like it, but I don't love it. Only because I love my boy Rude Boy, man. This is a tough matchup. This is another one where, again, both fighters are talented. I like both fighters in and out the octagon, and I don't want to see necessarily either one of them lose. I think stylistically, they both definitely pose some different threats, but I'm leaning Rude Boy on this one. I certainly just can't bet against him. Looks like it's pretty close in terms of the odds. Might be a slight favorite. Maybe depends on your books. Might even change as the course of the bets continue to come in. But Kevin Holland's coming off a couple losses, and I think it's one of those things where he tends to get frustrated more than anything. It's not a lack of talent, not a lack of skill. Just tends to get a little frustrated in that octagon when things don't start to go his way. And I think that's where a Randy Rude Boy Brown will have a good game plan. Will continue to have Kevin moving backwards and just not able to really be comfortable with his movement, with the power, and with the striking that Rude Boy possesses. I just think it's going to be a Rude Boy night for our boy Randy Brown, who is also a fan of the show. And we're a fan of him as well. Go check out his podcast. Go check out his channels. Go check out his social medias. Go follow him everywhere you can. It's worth the follow. But I'm going Rude Boy on this one. MMAnomaly, break the tie, brother. How you feeling?
Oh man, I'll tell you, I feel like I'm going the same direction as you are, my guy. I feel like this is gonna end up being the Randy Rude Boy Brown show. I can't help but feel like he's the fucking guy. He's strong, he's long, he's got great boxing, and I get it. Like Trailblazer's long, he's creative, he's got ridiculous reach with 78 inches, right? 81 inches compared to the 78-inch reach of Randy Brown. But let's just call a spade here. Kevin Holland has been shown to fade in the past, and I think that might end up happening again, right? The reason being, again, we've seen it happen time and time again. I just think that he is a strong fighter, but he has a lot of holes. I could see, I will say what Pip said earlier, the most viable path to victory for him is probably going to be a submission win. I could see him submitting the opposition, but again, it's going to be very hard for him to get in on a Randy Rude Boy Brown. The guy just doesn't really leave a ton of openings inside or outside of the pocket. He's going to start lighting him up at range. He also has one of the better jabs in the welterweight division in the UFC, does Randy Rude Boy Brown. So with that, it's hard for me to pick against him. He's also, like you said, a fan of the podcast. He's been in the live chat a handful of times. He recognized us at International Fight Week to show you what that looked like. We also got to do a little stare down. Like, he's a dope fucking cat, man. He's a dope cat. The picture on the left was instantaneously taken after he asked me, because I noticed him staring at me when we were in the crowd, waiting to get up to the stage. And as soon as we got up there, he's like, dude, do I know you? And I was like, no. He's like, were you here last year? And I was like, I was, but I didn't get to meet you because your line ran out. And he's like, I swear I know you from somewhere. And I'm like, I have a podcast and you've been in the live chat a couple times. He's like, no, what's the name? I was like, MMAnomaly, the MMAnomaly Show. He's like, bro, my guy. And he like fucking hugged me. And then we had that moment. It was sick, bro. It was surreal. So maybe this is a heart bet. I'm telling you this story to tell you, maybe don't tell me on this one. Okay, folks. But I am going with the guy. I am going with the guy here. And I think he is a dog. Let's see here. I think he is a dog. My guy, Brown. Oh, my God. I hate it. It's a dead pick 'em. Minus 110 versus minus 110. Right on the fucking nose. But no, we got to do it right. We got to put a unit on our guy.
Got to.
Got to do it. 1 unit into just a little under 2. Why not? Why not? Scared money don't make money, as they say. And this money ain't scared. We're down 8 fucking units already on the year. So either keep it stacking down or bring it back up, you know? With that being said, let's move on down. Let's move on down, boys, into the lightweight division for a bout between Mateusz Gamrot and Esteban Ribovics, which is just a fun name to say. My God, Esteban. Who did I let go first on that last one? Nano, right? Oh, no, it was Pip. It was Nano on this one. I knew it. Let's hear it, brother. How do you feel about Esteban?
Man, this is an absolute interesting matchup. Esteban getting the nod here against Mateusz Gamrot. I think it's an absolute interesting matchup. I'm surprised. Again, maybe this is one of those things. Oh, shout out Dean MMA. D-Rod broke Colin permanently. You're absolutely right, man. Yeah, something happened in that fight. Just hasn't been the same since. Back-to-back losses. I mean, it's just maybe it's the wear and tear. Maybe it's just, not really evolving the game and people kind of know what to expect from you now. But hey, he's an underdog, and so is our boy Esteban Ribovics, who is only a slight underdog. I think maybe it's the youth. Maybe it's the fact that he has proven to go out there and will be a great underdog, for calling it that. Maybe Vegas just doesn't want to lose as much money on him as they have in the past, when heavy underdog favorite to Daniel Zellhuber and others of the liking. But this is certainly one that I just think Gamrot's going to take it, man. I think he's just on another level when it comes to his overall skill set, especially the grappling. The striking, not so much, obviously. But his grappling and wrestling is going to be just, it drowns people. And I think it's just be a bit too much for Esteban. So I'm taking Mateusz Gamrot, probably by decision. Grindy, windy, a lot of wrestling. Meat and potatoes just on the ground. I think I usually pass it to Pip, but MMAnomaly, I think I'll take it this way. What do you think, brother?
I love it, man. I love it. I like Esteban in this one, bro. I like Esteban a little bit. Mateusz Gamrot is a Polish gamer, wrestling machine, elite grappling, insane pace, top control that suffocates people typically. Esteban Ribovics is a tough Argentinian striker with volume, power, and heart in spades, and also forward pressure in spades. He's a dog who won't accept bottom position very easily, if at all. And the grappling, I will say, is probably the only clear weakness here for him. It's the only path to victory that I see for Mateusz Gamrot. Gamrot is a very powerful grappler in his own right. He has a win over Azamat Sarukian, one of few people that can say that in the UFC, right? So that's my biggest concern here. If he's able to get a takedown early or often, he will be able to dictate the pace of this fight and the duration of this fight and win by decision. So I could see his path to victory, but I just think the slick boxing, the footwork, and the overall tenacity of a younger, hungrier Esteban Ribovics, 6 years younger, I think he gets it done. I see the speed differential being a big problem here, as well as the footwork and shuffling. Give me Esteban in this one. I think maybe decision, because Mateusz is very hard to finish, but I could also see a late third round TKO. Pip, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards with you, Nano. I mean, we got a classic striker versus grappler matchup here. Gamrot has nonstop pace, pressures forward, chains takedowns, and he backs you up and just unloads shots. He's always looking to get the fight to the ground. He's got explosive entries, catches the kicks, times the double legs, hip tosses. I mean, he can do it all. Once he's there, he's hunting for submissions or landing ground and pound while advancing positions. His striking isn't bad either, but it's not on Esteban's level. Esteban, I mean, he's got solid defense, sees shots well, and he's got good shot selection as well. He mixes combinations nicely with power. He's got great cardio and does throw high volume, but his takedown defense is improved a little bit, but I don't think it holds up against Gamrot. He might stuff some, but they keep coming. And I think that's where it's just going to start to wear on Esteban. I think Gamrot's going to mix in the striking, keep it honest, but then eventually just start timing the double legs, get the fight to the ground. But ultimately, I think he's going to win just through control and takedown. So I'm going to go more of a grindy decision, but give me Gamrot on this one.
All right. Well, see how it is. You guys are teaming up on me here. I like Esteban here. I like him. What can I say? And by the way, Nano got to meet the homie as well.
Hey, there he is.
Just wanted to make sure I showed that.
Great moment.
Let's go.
Shout out, Rude Boy.
Let's go, folks. Shout out, Rude Boy. Shout out the man, the myth, the fucking legend. Speaking of legend, legends return. Am I talking about the legendary Tatiana Suarez, who people were calling She Khabib for some time? Or am I talking about the legend of Poopy Loopy Godinez? Or am I talking about the real ShiSP? Who's to say? Who's to check?
Oh.
No, I'm talking about Tatiana Suarez and Poopy Loopy Godinez coming in against each other in the women's strawweight division. This is going to be a fun matchup. Great test for Lupita Godinez and a great litmus test for Tatiana Suarez and whether or not she's actually back after the long layoff and coming back from said long layoff. At the risk of this being the case, I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Pip first here. Pip, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, we have two highly skilled ranked fighters here in the women's strawweight division. Tatiana Suarez, she's only lost to the best, and that's Zhang Weili. She's got elite BJJ, especially when it comes to taking the neck. I mean, guillotines, Darce chokes, rear naked chokes, you name it. I mean, she's a master at that. Heavy top pressure, great transitions as well. Very dangerous on the ground. She's also very long for the division. She's got a 5-inch reach advantage here. I like the new updated one. I enjoy this meet a little bit more. Nano's still disgusted, though.
Oh, man.
Only when he has to go right after you.
But I mean, Lupita Godinez in herself, I mean, she's a solid fighter as well. More of a striker, but she can mix in the takedowns. Good boxing, nice jab, good hooks as well, and she can do some work from top positions. But outside of the striking, I don't think she's got much for Tatiana. And even on the feet, Tatiana's length makes her hard to hit. I think Tatiana presses her to the fence, lands repeated takedowns, controls the fight, and just grinds out a decision. So I'm going Tatiana Suarez on this one. What do you got on this one, Nano?
She's got 5 inches of reach on her, Nano. That's like a whole dick for some guys.
That is a lot, and that's solid. Danny guy. I'm talking about both statements there.
Nano appreciating the short kings.
5 inches is a big number.
Big number in any arena, if you will. Yeah, man, I do think that I'm going with Tatiana Suarez as well. I'm going the Cali girl here as well, even though I hate fan against my Mexicanas on this one. But Lupita Godinez, it just feels like I don't know if she can beat Tatiana in any one area that can warrant a victory. And what I'm trying to say is just everything she does, Tatiana might just do a little bit better. She's bigger, stronger, has all the grappling. And then you look at some of the losses that Lupi had, and there were two of her in a Yandaroba who stylistically very similar to a Tatiana, and then a Mackenzie Dern, who especially then wasn't the boxing guru she is now. So was getting out grappled and ended up losing that matchup. So I do just think I'm hoping Lupi understands the assignment here and goes out and had a good training camp and can deploy a good defensive strategy. Just try to get up, try to keep moving, maybe have Tatiana make a mistake and you throw up a choke. But I'm leaning bust down Tatiana Suarez on this one. MMAnomaly, what do you got, brother?
Yeah, not a lot of meat left on the bone there after both you guys went. I mean, it is what it is, though, right? That's 2/3 a dick. My God, WC.
Oh, geez. I mean, like for some.
I said for some. Have you? I mean, have you ever watched the Howard Stern show? There's competitions. Oh man, this is certainly a show. With that being said,
oh yeah,
she has a 5-inch reach advantage, a 2-inch height advantage. So Lupita Godinez, even with that like if they had the same height, let's just play fucking spade for spade here. Let's say they both had a 66-inch reach. Okay, guys. If one of them is 2 inches taller, is the other one not punching up already, so they're at a disadvantage? So realistically, that should be considered, in my humble opinion, as almost a 7 or 6.5 inch reach disadvantage because she's punching up for every single shot she's trying to hit the head. Is it an advantage for the wrestling? Yes. Unfortunately for her, is the biggest disadvantage going into the bout wrestling? Yes. I mean, when your best kind of thing that you got going for you here is fucking Pip in the private chat. You are something special, kid. I lost my train of thought almost entirely on that one. Tatiana Suarez is going to smother her. She is a smothering wrestler. She's got elite level top control. 7 wins by sub. And that suffocating style when she's healthy. If she comes into this healthy, it's going to be bad news bears for the opposition. She is a former title challenger for a reason. Did she do much with that title challenge? Not so much, but that's okay. She fought fucking, Zhang Weili? Most people don't do much against Zhang Weili. Suarez she's just a better fighter, I think. Like Lupi is she's got good volume striking. She's a dog. She's got constant pressure, solid work rate, and durability. She brings nonstop output and can typically make fights ugly. But what do you do when someone thrives in the grappling ugliness of a fight? When your striking is at a 6.5 inch disadvantage by my math, it's going to be a tough night. Give me Tatiana Suarez. I think she gets it done. Second round submission, possibly first round submission. I think she could probably go in there and just size up the neck and end up, I don't know why I'm seeing a Gilly or RNC by Tatiana Suarez here. I think with the lower sense of gravity, she's going to like be lighting up Lupi. Lupi's going to be like, cool, easy takedown. I'm already low. Let's shoot. And then she's going to give up the neck and just wrap it up. You know what I mean? Just fucking tense that fucking bicep into the jugular. It's going to be bad stuff, bro. Oh, I felt like Jack Black took over for a half second there. Moving into the lightweight division, we have Chris Taco Padilla coming in against Marquel Mederos. My goodness, my gracious me. What a fight and what a member of the chat. Andrea, how you doing? Oh, hey. Oh, hey. How you doing?
Hey.
How you doing? I hope it's 5 o'clock where you are. I'll pour up another shot for you right now. Nano. I'm excited as fuck about this fight. I'm going to keep my breakdown very short and sweet, and then I'm going to pass it to you so that way there's still at least a morsel of meat left on the bone before Pip somehow finds at least 18 more bites. My guy over there, you know him. You love him. He's the guy. That's him right there. That's him right there. We'll hand him a bone, and that's what the meat looks like somehow. He's figuring out a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's what they say. I think Taco Padilla is sharper. He's more technical. He's a better fighter with better fight IQ and cleaner work. He's on a roll in the UFC as well as of late. Marquel Mederos is a prospect. He's got power. He's got striking. That's about it. And this is a step up. Let's just call a spade here. I said I'd keep it short. I said I'd keep it sweet. I said I'd leave some meat. So I'm going to do all the above. Padilla's path is to use technical and like his technique. I just genuinely think is better. Use his technique, use his fight IQ, and just push himself ahead on the scorecards. And if an opportunity presents itself, seize it. Otherwise, don't put yourself in harm's way. Stuff any wild stuff coming your way, pull away late. Mederos does have paths to victory, but I mean, they're pretty slim, right? He's got to land something heavy with his power and make it very chaotic. I don't think Padilla is going to allow him to dictate the dance like that. Give me Padilla by decision or late knockout. But if I'm being honest, I'm leaning towards decision. Always 5 o'clock. Cheers, guys. My gal.
Hey, let's go.
Andrea.
5 o'clock somewhere. Absolutely. Appreciate all y'all.
Be sweet and supply the meat. That's me. That's me. Always supplying the meat. Cheers, folks. If you're drinking, drink with us. If not, that's fine too. We appreciate you for being here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. And cheers.
Salud.
And we got Based Aqua in the chat. My guy. My childhood
Let's
bud.
go.
Let's go.
Hey, Based. Let's go.
I literally didn't know who he was because I didn't know his YouTube handle for like the first 2 or 3 times he was in the chat. But I was like, dude, this guy's spitting fucking fire. And then I was like, dude, are you Based Aqua? And he's like, yeah, I am. I was like, bro, you're the fucking man. That's sick. I love to see it. I have a clock in my basement bar that has all 5s. That's fucking amazing.
I love that.
That's
All right, good job, champ.
fantastic. That gets a good job, champ. I mean, come on. Nano, speaking of come on with this fight prediction, bro. Who you got? You taking a taco on Saturday? It's not Tuesday. But I think a taco would probably hit.
Hey, man. In my household and in my personal opinion, every day is taco to any day, baby. And we're talking about Taco Padilla today. Thank you, brother. I like him, man. I mean, he's just one of those guys, especially after his last fight. He has a lot of finishes in exciting ways. He beat the better Bonfim brother. Yeah, I like everything about him, man. He's a violent fighter, And I think he's the betting favorite for a reason. Although it's close, I think Marquel Mederos, he's got the better record and maybe the more polished striker all around. But it's just something about Chris Taco Padilla that has that like violence to him, and he's looking to go out there and get rid of his opponent. So I like that about him. And I told myself next time I see him in there, I'm just not going to bet against him. Underdog or betting favorite. And the fact that Vegas is backing me up here, feel even better about it. Tacos every day. Let's go. And every type of taco as well. Soft, hard, rolled, however you like it. All good.
So before
Keto
you pass
style.
it to Pip, sorry to cut in, bro.
Pop in.
It was a great taco rant. It was truly world class. Don't forget to add Pico the Gallo on top of that taco. My guy.
Maybe work it back in there.
Nano's calendar says only Tuesdays. It's like the fuck clock. That's incredible, bro. That's actually amazing. Yes, always fresh. So I asked it in the chat, but I wanted to ask it to you guys here as well. Are there any props you guys like on Taco Padilla? And if you want the odds on those, just let me know and I'll feed them to you. And outside of that, the secondary question is a two-parter, guys. Be careful here. There are two parts to the question. Or should I safety blanket him as a parlay with Blaydes? That's getting plus 186. Bless you, Nato. Third one, bless you. I knew it was coming. Truly
Always in threes.
Big fan. I'm a third myself.
Absolutely. Well said. Yeah, I think I like him by decision. Padilla looks like Grimy likes round 3 or decision. I think I lean in that direction.
It's funny because like if he gets it done inside the distance, I think it's round 3 as well. Let's see.
Interesting. But that is a good parlay also. Like Blaydes and Padilla feels pretty safe to me as far as two favorites that might make a little.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we do a half unit? Let's see. Half unit on the parlay to get 0.93 units back. So just under 1 unit back, right? And we hammer Chris Padilla in round 3 with the half unit as well.
I like it.
Because either way, we're up about a half unit, a little over a half unit. But let's see here. I'm just going to lock this in. Half unit. Boom. Done with those picks. Because, hear me out on this, Nano. We're too dumb or crazy or smart to not take the juice. Chris Padilla in round 3 is plus 900 right now.
Gee.
Like, if we put a fifth of a unit on it, we'd be up 1.8 units. But if we put a half of a unit on it, let's see, we'll be up 4.5 units. We're going to actually absolutely do that. Because it's not very often where I pick a specific round in my head, and then someone in the chat's like, I like Padilla in round 3. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like
that's
kind of the stars aligning a little bit to an extent. So we're tailing you there. So we got decision covered by Moneyline, and then we have round 3 specific. We just need Blaydes to be the anchor on that one, which, I mean, knock on fucking wood. Christ. I feel like he's a solid one. I parlayed Brown, Blaydes, Cub. It was over plus 500. Do a 10 spot on it. That's not bad, bro. Let's look at those. Let's see what odds we cook up with that. So we have Brown, which I like a lot. I'm sorry, Pip. I know you don't like this, brother. Blaydes. That's already plus money. That's plus 232 for me. And then Cub is going to make it fucking just juice. Plus 521.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So like a fifth of a unit on this gets you a full unit back. we're going to be silly and do a half unit on it.
Got to.
Half unit gets you 2.61 back. That just makes dollars and cents, boys. We're doing it. We're telling you, bro. I told you. If you tell us your bets, we will tell you. It's just a matter of like how many units are we putting on it. Some of them, I feel like we've already followed you guys with like a full fucking unit. There have been a fifth of a unit ones, and there's been half unit ones. So everything in between, bro. Dude, fire indeed, Grimy. Fire back at you, bro. Keep them coming, bro. We are tailing. And speaking of tailing, we are fucking in the early prelims. We are making good time for such a stacked card with a lot to talk about here. And speaking of a lot to talk about, boys, this one is just a bit weird. It's two aging veterans coming in against each other. We got Kelvin Gastelum and Vicente Luque, right? I definitely have a lot of thoughts on this one. But before I get to anything I have to say, I'd like for this guy to take some meat off the bone, if he can, and then pass it to me before you take it to Nano. What do you think, Pip?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't mean to fuck up the flow or nothing, but I just want to put for the record, I see Marquel Mederos getting the KO win in that last fight. But going into to Kelvin Gastelum versus
did I not even give you your shot for that last fight? Jesus Christ!
I didn't want to be like douchebag. I didn't want to fuck up the flow. You guys seem pretty confident.
No. Give your breakdown. People want to know. Please.
Marquel, I mean, he's an interesting prospect. 9-fight win streak with 3 wins in the UFC. He's a very creative striker, and I'm going to eat up all this meat right here because none of you guys want to talk about Mederos here. He's a brutal leg attacks in his last fight, chopped the legs, took his opponent off his feet, stomped inside the calf. I mean, he's just a nasty fighter. Great timing on the knees, solid boxing. He mixes everything well, and he's also very capable grappling-wise. He's got good slams, double legs, strong top control. Taco Padilla, he's made some improvements. He used to be fairly inconsistent. Now he's on that 7-fight win streak, 4 fights in the UFC, or 4 UFC wins. Explosive, physical fighter, powerful elbows, stiff jabs, all that stuff you guys said. I think Padilla has a slight grappling edge in terms of control and scrambling, but I'm leaning Mederos here. I think he avoids the submissions, stays elusive, and uses his range better. I think Padilla can be a little bit stiff, and the leg kicks could be a major factor. I think he loads up on that lead leg. So I really see Mederos just breaking him down and eventually getting that KO in round 2.
Wow, Pip. Wow, what a fucking breakdown. Folks, that was Alex Pip's piano tips. I really hope you enjoyed him. That was his time. That was his time on the show. You know what? Let's give him a round of applause. Round of applause. It's been real. It's been real. It's been fun. It hasn't been real fun. No, I'm just kidding. You're allowed to disagree.
It's the no filter show. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. No, you're allowed to disagree. It's okay if you're wrong. Now let's get into the next fight.
He said it's okay if you're wrong is crazy.
You like how I just brushed past it too. Let's get to the middleweight division, shall we, boys? In a fight between Kelvin the Gas Tank Gastelum. I know that's not his nickname, but me and Drew, we've called him that for years. Look at the round of applause you're getting. It's the most claps you've ever gotten right now.
I appreciate it. Right when I got kicked off, everybody was happy.
Everyone's so psyched, bro. Everyone's so psyched. Let's see if we get a round 2. And that was it, folks. Alex Pip. All right, Nato. Let's talk about Kelvin the Gas Tank Gastelum and Vicente Luque coming into the middleweight division. It looks to be a very, very promising fight. I do hate that we have Pip not here. He just had a prior obligation to run to. Truly, probably some meat left on the bone on the dinner table, I'd imagine, calling his name. With that being said, Nano, what is your thoughts on Kelvin the Gas Tank Gastelum versus Vicente Luque?
Oh, I see someone else there.
Fuck you guys.
Shout out WMC.
You really got to take care of that cough, Pip.
Grimy, another one in there. Hey man, it's you never know. You never know on this show what's gonna happen. Who's gonna come around here Russian roulette style? But I'll tell you what, man, this is gonna be an absolute banger. Another one again. I keep saying this tonight, man. I'm a broken record. 2 guys I don't really want to see lose. Never thought I'd see the day a Gastelum would be fine of Vicente Luque. But I am taking I'm taking Vicente, I think, man. I don't know why. I haven't looked at the odds or nothing, but I feel like Kelvin, I would assume, would be the Ben favorite, but Vicente looked good in his last fight, and I think, it's one of those things where
I'm sorry.
Until he
you
lost.
haven't looked at the odds?
No.
I love that.
He's an underdog. Yep.
Because Vicente is plus 230 currently on our book.
Oof. I know. And even that, I feel the same about both these guys, to be honest.
Don't let me dissuade you. I like where you're going. Keep it going.
Well, and then I started looking at the Joel Alvarez loss. And I was like, ooh, that one was kind of brutal. Kevin Holland, that was a little weird. I mean, he beat Thema Garimba via Anaconda Joke, and then he beat a Rafael Dos Anjos a couple years ago via unanimous decision. That's what he's going to have to go back and channel a little bit of that. He's going to have to get back to the side-to-side movement, to staying disciplined, and dare I say, just staying hungry, But he is fighting the bigger guy here, so he's going to have to really be comfortable on his back foot and not overextend, not take too many chances, because if Kelvin gets a hold of him, it's game over. But yeah, WMC, I think you're probably right. You're probably right. I already
WMC, you're not going to like it when I talk. But before I do, Pip, let's hear it, bro. Apparently, I need to fucking drink before I have my conversation because I'm going to get reamed in the fucking chat.
Yeah, it's a fun matchup. Two vets. Luque trying to bounce back. Kevin proving that he's still got something left here. Kelvin's biggest weakness is Subway and macadamia nut cookies, honestly. He misses a weight so much. But other than that, he's a very solid boxer. Fast hands, confident. He's got a good chin, and he's very confident in the chin. He's got constant
Real quick,
pressure.
I got to cut in here, bro. He has a literal YouTube show called Missing Weight with Kelvin Gastelum. You expect him to make weight, bro?
Put the cookies down, Kelvin. That's all I gotta say.
Put that cookie down.
But he's got good head movement as well in the boxing. I mean, he's got good range, sharp counters. The power is there, and he often goes to decision. But it's still a threat. He's got a good get-up game, not elite wrestling, but strong scrambling ability. He does have some flaws where we see Kelvin drop his hands quite a bit. He overextends, relies heavily on his chin. But I don't think Luque is the same guy anymore. He's still dangerous. He's got elite submission threats if he grabs the neck, and Kelvin could be in trouble. But he still has power. He's got sharp straights, more that Muay Thai kind of base, good knees and good hooks. But he's a lot slower now. I think he's more stiff. He's got lower output. I think he struggles with actually getting the takedowns. And his chin is also questionable. I think Kelvin just does more damage on the feet. He uses the better head movement to avoid the straight shots, land clean counters. I think he's faster. I think he's more active. I think he eventually finds a big counter. I think he's going to stuff all the takedowns from Luque. And eventually he's just going to finish him, land a big shot, and get him out with ground and pound. But I'm going to go TKO in round 2 from Kelvin Gastelum.
Wow.
Okay.
I disagree.
As Rick Sanchez would say. With that being said, I've got another one poured up. This is the second to last fight of the fucking breakdown here, folks. Cheers to you. If you haven't already done so and you're new here, like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications so you know when we go live again. And cheers to you, no matter what you're drinking. We're doing.
Salud.
That one Kelvin win where he screamed in the post fight was epic. Yeah, it was. Let's go, Andrea. I know you're doing shots with us. How is Luque allowed to fight?
Fair question.
Hold on. Luque has a fucking brain bleed, and I think Owen may have fallen at some point to think he wins. That's what Grimy said, and I can only imagine that he said it in that exact voice. Man, WMC, no, you're crazy, Gastelum. I'm gonna destroy your boy. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Kelvin Gastelum is a veteran. He's got solid wrestling, boxing, granite chin, that dog mentality. You know what I'm saying? Got that dog in him. Former title challenger, can make just about anyone's night miserable, right? Vicente Luque has an edge in the Muay Thai, in my opinion. Heavy power, finishing ability, and he's been through wars. Both guys have, though. Kelvin Gastelum went against the former champion in Israel Adesanya and had him saying, I'm ready to die for this. I'm prepared to die in here. So good on him. He's an absolute beast in his own right. But I got to take Vicente Luque. I just think he edges this out. I think he's got massive finishing ability, especially if he goes to the mat at all. And I got to tell you, and I'm only saying this because I just did that shot. Got a little bit of liquid confidence in me. Pip, usually I love your breakdowns. Usually I think they're fantastic and on the nose. Even if there's a little brown on the nose. For the fighter you're favoring. No, I'm just kidding. I do usually agree with like 99.9% of your breakdowns. Even when we're disagreeing on the pick, I genuinely agree with your breakdown. But I got to tell you, bro, like as I was listening to you, if I closed my eyes, right? My eyes are closed here, okay? And I don't know who the fuck Kelvin Gastelum is. I don't know who the fuck Vicente Luque is. I think you're talking about a 60-year-old man versus a 29-year-old, the way you described it. They're both 34, kid. They're the same fucking age, Pip. I get that Luque has had the medical conditions. But bro, like, they're the same age. And yes, Vicente Luque has more fights. So on a surface level, on a paper level, like, yeah, dude, that's like more tread on the tires, more wear and tear. But have you seen a Kelvin Gastelum fight in the last 8 years? Dude goes through wars, bro. Like, that's a lot of tread on the tires. For me, in fight years, if one is 34, the other guy's like 38. And the guy that's 38 is not Vicente Luque, in my opinion. So, again, I love you. I agree with you 99.9% of the time. Brother, this is the .01. You made it seem like Kelvin's fighting a geriatric patient out there, dog.
I'm not saying Luque doesn't have a chance, but I'm going with Kevin hard. I got him all day on this one.
But in your breakdown, it sounded a lot like, look, guys, I'm not saying Luque doesn't have a chance, but Luque doesn't have a fucking shot in hell. All right? If you're betting Luque, I think that idea ain't worth a velvet painting of a shark and a dolphin getting it on. And I did say with all due respect. I'm pretty sure that's what Ricky Bobby said. But I digress. I did think the analytics of the breakdown were great, but man, the optics, if I didn't know what the age differential was, I'd be like, brother, this Vicente guy's 75. Which feels like a sterling thing to say. When Oleg closes his eyes, he sees Pip in a pink tutu dancing around his / her. Why is there her in parentheses? He's a he, him. All right, bro? He's a he, him. It's on his email sign off. I'm pretty sure.
It's fucked up, Westy.
Put some money on Luque, Olin. No, bro. Grimy. That's fucked up. See, that's... Oh, no. Sorry, you said Luque. Just kidding. I already did put money on Luque. I thought you were fucking with me, like, put some money on Kelvin Gastelum, because I said I'd tell all the bets. I was like, bro, that's like dick level baiting. But no, I actually, you know what? I think I put him in like one parlay, but I haven't done any straight bets on Luque. So you're absolutely right. One unit gets you 2.3 back. And just so it's either me being able to say, Pip, respectfully, fuck off, or Pip being able to say, with all due respect, go fuck yourself. Next episode, I'm going to do it. I'm going to fucking do it.
I can't wait to see y'all next week.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, dude. Olin gave me the prompt. Wait, I didn't give you the... What the fuck gave me the prompt? I was talking when you said that. I'm very, very good at multitasking. Sometimes accidentally, all hitting the fucking soundboard button with the whiskey bottle, but that's not one of them. Can't type while I'm doing that. Grimy, yeah, that's locked in, bro. That's locked in. Oh, I did have him in another bet. I had him in a Bizarro bet. What was it? Yeah, I have a Brazil bet. I got Paulo Costa, Johnny Walker, Vicente Luque, and I got it at a fifth of a unit into over 3.5 units.
Jeez. So
the odd stack on that is just silly. It's just silly, boys, for being honest here. Yeah, I mean, with that being said, we got one fight left, folks. Just one to go. It's a welterweight belt between one of the better nicknames in the UFC currently, in my opinion. It's no Great White Buffalo, but it is a Chuck Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a Charles Radke Chuck Buffalo coming in against Francisco Prado, a.k.a. the villain from one of your favorite Twilight films. Nano, what do you have on this one? Tell us why.
Oh, brother, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet and downhill, just like a herd of buffalo, riding off into the sunset, man. I'm taking the Charles Chuck Buffalo Radke here on this all the way. 11-5 record, 3-2 in the last 5. He's the betting favorite out of Salem, Wisconsin. And then dude's just fun to watch, right? He goes out there, he leaves it all on the mat, leaves it all in the octagon. And even though he's going to get up against the Argentinian Francisco Prado, who actually lives in Miami as well, and fights that American Top Team over there in Coconut Creek, like it is in his backyard, which is probably why you got the nod here. But I think Charles Radke, man, is great. His only losses are against a Mike Malott, who we all like him a lot. Typically, he's pretty solid. And then Carlos Prates smoking the Shigehechis. So, you know, he's one to deal with. And obviously that loss is aged like a fine wine. So I don't hold either of those against him. You could have even had a better record out of his last 5, but 3-2 will do. Give me Chuck Buffalo. That's the herd I'm with on this one, boys. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You want to be part of the herd or not? What are you thinking?
I'm passing it to Pip before I give my take. Pip, what do you think, bro?
I'm joining the herd on this one. I mean, Charles Radke is a solid vet at this point. I mean, 4-2 in the UFC, losses to Carlos Prates and Mike Malott. But other than that, I mean, he's looked fairly impressive. A heavy brawler. He loves that left hook, pressures forward. He does solid work as well in the clinch. And I think his grappling's a little underrated as well. I mean, 3 submission wins and a recent rear naked choke finish. Prado is struggling in the UFC at 1-4 with a 1-4 record. But he's young and he still could, develop at a high pace. He's got solid BJJ, some offensive wrestling and power, but I think he's still figuring some things out. At the end of the day, I'm going with Radke. I think he's just more polished, better striking, better positioning, and I think he can handle himself in the grappling as well. I just see him stuffing takedowns, controlling the exchanges, landing cleaner combinations. So I'm going Radke, and I think he's going to get it done by decision.
By decision is the only thing I disagree with you on. I could see him getting it done inside the distance simply because he is a wild child, right? Like Chuck Buffalo is aggressive, powerful, and loves to hunt for finishes with his hands and pressure. Prado is game though, as you said, right? Like youth, skills, and he's durable. Who was it that just now said it in the chat here? Grimy. Prado can take a beating. He really can. Was it against the Ooga Booga guy? Fucking, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? What's his name?
Ooga Booga.
Is that not who he fought? No, it was a different guy. Oh no, it was Jake Matthews that busted him up.
Yeah.
That's the fight where I thought he was going to go down. I confused Francisco Prado with another fighter that fights at featherweight. And he fought against the guy from Tough. I don't know why I can't think of his name. Crazy Mexican guy. Long hair.
Ricky Tercios?
Ricky Tercios.
Tercios.
God, why was I blanking on his fucking name so hard?
You said Ooga Booga, man, and that's immediately who I thought of. But I was like,
thank you for knowing exactly who I was talking about, that reference. The people in the chat are going to think I'm fucking crazy, and WMC is going to think I'm drunk, apparently. So in his fight against Jake Matthews, I realized like he could take a fucking what's the word that they always use in old Captain America comics? That guy can take a licking and keep on ticking. Like, genuinely, that's the description of Francisco Prado. A man that can take a licking and keep on ticking. He just moves forward, right? Like a wind-up toy that you've just got him going. And once you get him going, he's good to go. But in this fight, I fear it might be a little bit too much than he can handle. Because Charles Radke is a Buffalo, right? Like, his name is Chuck Buffalo. It's a nickname. But when we talk about what he does inside the octagon, 45% of the time, he gets a knockout. 27% of the time, he gets a submission. And then equally as dangerous, 27% of the time, he gets a decision win. So more often than not, what I'm seeing is he is going to knock you out or submit you. And if you can't do either, he's going to outpoint you. I'm right there. I genuinely think, like, Pip, you're onto something when you say that you see it going to decision. You're probably going to make me eat my words next week this time. Or a couple days sooner next week. But I think this could be one of those KOs. I just genuinely think that Francisco Prado, because he's somebody that has never been knocked out like that, like he's, especially in the UFC, right? Like he wields his face high, his hands low, and he eats those shots, and he doesn't go down. But let me ask you guys both a question to play devil's avocado here. And I just need a one-word answer or two-word answer, first and last name. Who do you think hits harder? Chuck Buffalo or Ricky Tercios?
I'm going Radke would hit harder than Ricky.
Right, because they're not in the same weight class. So I was making sure you're paying attention.
Yeah. I was making sure that was the right question.
I think Radke, but yeah, shit.
No, I was making sure you guys were paying attention to the mishap there. No, but real talk, who do you think hits harder, Chuck Buffalo or Jake Matthews? Like, I have an explanation afterwards, but who do you think hits harder?
I think Chuck, probably. But Jake's a better fighter all around.
This is, dude. No, this is why you're my fucking guy, bro.
Come on, baby. Come on.
The whole point of the fucking question. The whole point of the question, bro. This is exactly why you're my guy. Jake is a much more well-rounded fighter. Make no mistake about it. Who am I more often going to put money behind? Jake Matthews. 9 out of 10 times. Probably betting on Jake Matthews. But if it's a question of power differential, Chuck Buffalo, he's the guy. He is reckless. He is wild. He is, who did I describe earlier? I think it was Johnny Walker. I said fights a little bit like a caveman sometimes out there. That's Chuck Buffalo as well. He's just Camel's condensed soup version, right? He's smaller. But he's still every bit as much of a caveman style fighter when he goes out there and slams hands. And that's why I see him going out there and winning. That's not always the case, right? Sometimes you take the more skilled fighter, but I just don't think that Francisco Prado is the more skilled fighter in this one. I think that more often than not, he bottles up, especially once he gets shot on early or hit early. He ends up bottling up and backing up into a defensive shell. And that's the worst thing you can do against a Chuck Buffalo. Chuck Buffalo is somebody that looks for blood, tries to cause blood, and when he smells it, capitalizing on the blood. And that's a figurative blood, not a literal blood, right? Like, he doesn't need Francisco Prado to bleed. He just needs him to show tails that he doesn't like this, that he's hurting, that he doesn't want to be here. And then he'll just really just, he'll fucking like really slice in. And if we look at the difference here in kind of height and range, it doesn't really serve our guy Francisco Prado at all. 69 to 73 inches in range, 5'8" to 5'8", so no man's punching up, which is great. It's dead to rights, but that's still 3 inches, and 3 inches of reach is a lot, bro. It's a lot. So I'm going with Charles Radke here. I just think he's the stronger fighter. He's the more explosive fighter in general, in a nutshell. And even if they had a dead to rights even kind of a matchup of range, I would still go Charles. But because that advantage, it just makes it almost guaranteed, in my opinion. Do you like any bets on this one, guys?
Maybe Buffalo by decision, but it's tough. I might stay away from it. I mean, you made a good point with Prado. I'm like, that's too risky for my blood.
I definitely lean towards decision.
If you lean towards decision, let's see. Charles Radke by points is plus 155.
Not terrible.
It's not bad at all. Let's see here. If we did a half unit, no. Let's see if we did a fifth of a unit. Not bad. If we put a half unit on that, for Chuck Buffalo to win by points, we get a little over a half unit back. If we put a fifth of a unit as well on TKO, KO, or DQ, we get just under a unit back. So 0.95. I think I'm going to do both.
I feel like Radke feels safer. It feels like a safer bet.
Absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. Like if I do a straight bet on Radke by points, it's plus 155. So I get 0.51, so a little over half a unit back for putting a fifth of a unit on him. And then if I bet Radke by knockout, I'm getting plus 475 odds. So if I put the same amount on him, I get almost a whole unit back. So either way, I'm up units.
You're still up, right? Either way.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
One of those is going to hit.
I definitely think so. I don't know why it's not letting me place the bet right now. But I'm going to refresh and see if it lets me place these bets. In the meantime, let's just quickly go over all of our bets for the night, since that was the final fight.
Time for some MMAnomaly bets.
You gotta love a little 80s hairband style
Let's go.
quick clip.
I love it.
You know?
I love it.
So, as stated before, you've already heard some of these. Not all of them, though. We have a 2-leg parlay with Curtis Blaydes and Azamat Murzakanov. So that is 1 unit to win a little over 2.5, or a little over 1.5. Sorry. And then we have a 2-leg bet between Dominick Reyes and Jiri Prochazka. Right. As long as both those hit, we're turning 1 unit into over 2. We have a 3-leg parlay bet. This is one I'm actually confident in, between, let's see, Dominick Reyes, Jiri Prochazka, and Francisco Prado. We're going to turn a half unit into over 3.5. That's a solid one. Then we have the Bizarro bet, or as I like to call it, the Brazil bet. You know what I'm saying? We have Paulo Costa, we have Johnny Walker, and we have Vicente Luque. If all 3 of those Brazilians win, we turn a fifth of a unit into over 3.5 units. Kind of a safe betting parlay if all of our other ones shit. We have a Carlos Ulberg versus Jiri Prochazka. Picking Jiri Prochazka by knockout. Half unit into, let's see, over a full unit of winnings. Randy Brown come out and win inside the distance, plus 150. We love to see it. Half unit to win over a unit. Lupita Godinez versus Tatiana Suarez. Suarez to win by submission. You're not going to believe this, folks. Plus 400. Plus 400. We did a fifth of a unit on that to win a full unit back. So again, 1/5 of a unit to win 1 full unit back. Fucking solid. We followed Grimy on this one, I believe. Shout out Grimy. Taco Padilla, Murzakanov, and Mateusz Gamrot We got 1 unit to win just under 3, or actually over 3, just under 3 in profit. We also have Azamat Murzakanov on points, 1 unit to win just under, 3.5. We have Dominick Reyes to win by KO at plus 120, half unit to win over a unit. We have Dominick Reyes to win on points to pad that bet, just in case it goes the distance, right? We've seen it happen before. Half unit to win, almost 4 units back. Actually, exactly 4 units back. And then we have Randy Brown coming in as a minus 110. Had to put a money line, 1 unit to basically end up winning 2 units back. Getting into the last 3 here, we have a Chris Padilla, Marquel Mederos bet. Chris Padilla in round 3. Had to do it. Had to do it after Grimy just really, really made me feel appreciated and heard and understood, as they say in 2026. Round 3, plus 900 odds. Half unit to win to win exactly 5 back. A half unit to win 5 back is actually wild odds. So let's go. Let's go, Grimy. I hope that hits. And then last but certainly not least, we have Vicente Luque money line again. I believe it was a Grimy special request here, folks. I mean, the guy is just spitting money, I think, or at least money lines. We put a unit on it to win a little over 3 back. All right, folks. So that's it. Those are the bets. Nano, Pip, any other bets you'd like to chime in on before we call it a show?
I like them.
Covered them all, brother. Way to go. And I think for all y'all listening, whether it's live right now, throw them in the chat. If you're listening to this on any platform at any other time, put in the comment section there as well. Or come back to the video on YouTube, put it in there. We'll blast it next episode in the beginning here. And make sure you tune in so we get a live reaction for you. We can talk live and thrive and try to survive these days. But that's all I got to say. MMAnomaly, over to you, brother.
Bye, guy. I appreciate you. Pip, I appreciate you as well. And folks, if you haven't already done so, make sure you go over to Alex Pip's channel, aka Pip's Piano Tips. Whether you're looking to learn music or you're just looking to listen to music. You know what I mean? The guy was cutting up the keys before the show, and man, I wish you could have heard it. So make sure you're tuning to his channel so you can hear it. With that being said, whether you're tuning in for Pip, me, Nano, anything in between, or you're betting with us, or you're betting against us. Either way, it doesn't really matter, folks. As long as you tuned in, you had a good time, and these last 2 things more than anything. We hope that you keep on going and you keep on growing, and we really hope to see you next time.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.